Hello students, I'm now going to go through the oscoxae, or your pelvic bones. Each of these pelves is actually comprised of 3 bones that fuse. This big one up here is called the ilium. This part down here is called the ischium. And this part here is your pubis. One of the noticeable features that students remark on is this large hole called the Obturator Foramen. And for such a large hole, you might think that large structures pass through here. But obturator means closed off. Muscles adjut on either side, and there are a few blood vessels and nerves that go through this hole. But by large part, nothing is actively going through that's so large that it created that hole. The other remarkable feature is on the lateral side, and this is called the acetabulum. This is where the head of the femur would articulate. The head of the femur. You'll learn about the femur in another video. I'd like to go through the structures of the ilium first. This top part is the iliac crest. This part right here is ear-shaped, and we call that the auricle. In between this auricle and the other auricle would be the sacrum. And together, that would create the sacroiliac joint. On the ilium, we notice these 2 spines. There are 2. There is the anterior superior spine and the anterior inferior spine. Might also be on your hit list are the posterior spines by the auricle. There's a posterior superior spine and a posterior inferior iliac spine. Again, the 2 anterior iliac spines, there's a superior and an inferior, and the 2 posterior iliac spines, again, a superior and an inferior. Moving on to the ischium, this portion. With the ischium, you notice this spine. This is called the ischial spine. And this bottom part here is the ischial tuberosity. Perhaps someone has sat on your lap before and you might have said, "Oh my goodness, you have such a bony butt." What you were actually feeling was the ischial tuberosities, because when they sit, this is the part that you feel on your thigh. Lastly, the pubis. Here is the pubic tubercle, and in between the 2 pubic bones would be a joint. Where the bones are hitting right now would be where the pubic symphysis would be found. It's made of fibrocartilage. You might be asked to know which of these pelves is right or left. I always tell students to put on their spectacles. Put the ear part, the auricle, by your ears, and put on your spectacles. So this is the right, and this is the left.